This is where a lot of property managers think they're good. Everything reconciles, so everything must be right. Not always. Hey, I'm Peter Fider, CPA and founder of Meatful Accounting, where we help property management companies eliminate trust accounting risks through clean bookkeeping systems. In my last video, I showed you how to do a three-way trust reconciliation. And if your numbers match, that's a great start. But here's what most people don't realize. See, unfortunately, a three-way reconciliation proves your totals. Totals are right. It doesn't prove that your details are right. Let's be clear about what it actually does. It confirms your bank balance is correct. Your books are correct. Your total tenant and owner balances tie out. So the total money is correct. But it doesn't tell you if that money is assigned to the right people. And this happens more often than you think. Let's look at a simple example, right? Tenant A, let's say Pietro, I don't know, pays $1,000, but it gets applied to tenant B by mistake. Bank equals correct, check. Books equals correct, check. Totals equals correct, check. Everything still ties, but now tenant A or Pietro looks like they didn't pay. Tenant B, Bob, looks overpaid. So what happens next? Tenant A, Pietro, calls you saying, they paid. I paid, I should say. You're showing they didn't. Now you've got a dispute. And your reconciliation didn't catch it. Here's another one. You pay $5,000 to an owner, but it's posted to the wrong property or the wrong owner. Again, bank equals correct, books equals correct, totals correct. But the owner is short. Another owner looks overpaid. Now you've got an owner asking questions, and that's not a fun conversation. And see, again, your reconciliation doesn't catch it. Again, because it always only looks at totals. One more example. A security deposit gets recorded as rent. Result, bank equals correct, books equals correct, but the deposit balances are wrong. Rent income looks higher than it should. And when that tenant moves out, that's when the problem shows up. This is the key takeaway. A three-way reconciliation tells you that the total is right. It doesn't guarantee that the right person got credited. It answers, how much money do I have? But not, is everything assigned correctly? Here's the real mistake. The mistake isn't doing it wrong. The mistake is thinking you're done, right? Everything ties, so, well, we close up the laptop, we're done. Not yet. So how do you actually catch these issues? See, at the end of the day, you still need to review tenant ledgers, owner balances, AR aging reports. What do you look for? See, tenants showing unpaid when they paid, unexpected credits, owner balances that don't make sense. You're reviewing the nitty-gritty details, right? Not just the totals. This is where small issues turn into bigger problems. Examples: tenant disputes, owner complaints, loss of trust. Loss of trust leads to you lose the owners. They move somewhere else. And now you're explaining something that shouldn't have happened in the first place. At the end of the day, three-way reconciliation is necessary, but it's not the whole picture. You need both accurate totals and accurate details. One of the ways you can do that is, you have almost like a trended analysis, let's say by tenant or by owner. So you can kind of see, okay, at some point, one tenant or one owner, it's like, hey, all of a sudden it doesn't have any payments or it doesn't have any rent money, or I didn't pay the owner. So it will flush out month by month if you analyze it by month by month. That's just an example. There's other ways you can do it, of course. And this is where having a second set of eyes, it can make a big difference, because it's easy to miss these things when you're in it every day, right? So having another person to look at it is a great idea. If you haven't seen my last video on how to actually do a three-way trust reconciliation, I'd recommend starting there. If you found this helpful and want more content like this, it would really mean a lot to me if you like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. This is Peter Fighter. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next one.